What if I told you that the most attractive quality a man can possess isn't tied to his physical appearance, his financial standing, or even his charm? What if the secret to becoming truly irresistible lies in something that most men either overlook or completely misunderstand? The secret isn't about quick fixes or superficial tactics. Instead, it's something profound. A way of living that, once embraced, can transform not only your relationships, but also your entire life. The truth, however, is harsh and not always easy to accept. But for those willing to embrace it, the rewards are unparalleled. This life-changing insight is rooted in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches self-mastery, emotional resilience, and living in harmony with reality. In this video, we'll explore 5 core Stoic principles that hold the power to revolutionize your mindset, your behavior, and the way you approach relationships. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why mastering yourself is the ultimate key to mastering attraction, and why so many men fall short of this ideal. Emotional control is magnetic. Let's begin with a simple yet profound truth. Emotional control is magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to emotional stability, much like moths to a flame. But why is this the case? Because in a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, stability stands out as a rare and valuable trait. It's comforting, reassuring, and above all dependable. The Stoics understood the power of mastering emotions, but they didn't advocate suppressing them. Instead, they taught us to acknowledge our emotions while choosing how to respond to them. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength in relationships." This principle is transformative. A man who cannot control his emotions is like a leaf tossed about by the wind, unpredictable, unreliable, and ultimately untrustworthy. Consider this: if every minor setback or inconvenience sends you spiraling into frustration or anger, what message does that convey to your partner? It signals immaturity, instability, and an inability to handle life's challenges. Women don't want to be emotional caretakers. They seek partners who can navigate life storms with composure and resilience. The next time you find yourself on the verge of losing control, whether it's in traffic, at work, or during a heated argument, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Over time, this practice will help you cultivate a calm, centered energy that is not only magnetic, but also deeply reassuring. Confidence comes from self-sufficiency. Here's a harsh truth: neediness is repellent. Nothing kills attraction faster than the sense that someone is overly dependent on you for their happiness, self-worth, or sense of purpose. Women are not looking to fill that role. They want a partner, not a project. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely observed, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." While this quote often applies to material wealth, its deeper meaning extends to emotional wealth. A man who is self-sufficient, who derives his confidence and happiness from within, exudes an irresistible energy. Picture this scenario. You're on a date. and your companion mentions she's busy this weekend. Do you panic and start over-analyzing her intentions? Or do you respect her time and shift your focus to your own goals and passions? The self-sufficient man opts for the latter. He doesn't seek external validation because his value isn't tied to others' opinions or actions. Building self-sufficiency requires cultivating a fulfilling life, independent of anyone else. Whether it's through pursuing hobbies, advancing in your career, or investing in your physical and mental well-being, the key is to create a life you genuinely love. When you're truly content and confident in yourself, you won't need to chase validation. And ironically, that's when people start gravitating toward you. Detachment creates desire. Here's a paradox that many struggle to grasp. The more you try to cling to someone, the more likely they are to pull away. This phenomenon isn't just a quirk of human behavior. It's deeply rooted in our desire for freedom and autonomy. The Stoics practice the concept called detachment, which involves appreciating what you have without becoming overly attached to it. As Seneca wisely said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. In the context of relationships, this means letting go of the fear of loss and focusing on the present moment. Imagine you're in a promising relationship. Instead of obsessing over where it's headed or trying to control every aspect of its development, you choose to save the time you spend together. You're not fixated on outcomes or weighed down by anxiety. This relaxed, confident attitude creates a sense of freedom and ease that is undeniably attractive. Practicing detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you value what you have without clinging to it. By embracing this mindset, you become less anxious, more confident, and ultimately more desirable. Purpose over pleasing. Ask yourself this critical question. Are you living for yourself, or are you living to please others? Many men lose themselves in relationships because they prioritize their partner's happiness at the expense of their own goals and values. And while this might seem noble on the surface, it often leads to resentment, burnout, and a diminished sense of self. The Stoics emphasize the importance of purpose, a reason for being that aligns with your values and passions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a call to action. Define your purpose and live in alignment with it, regardless of external pressures or opinions. Consider a man who sacrifices his dreams to please his partner. Initially, this might seem like an act of love, but over time, it erodes his sense of identity and fulfillment. Contrast this with a man who remains true to his purpose while nurturing his relationship. He's not selfish, he's self-aware. And this self-awareness makes him incredibly attractive. Take the time to reflect on what drives you. What are your passions? What values guide your decisions? When you live with purpose, you stop seeking approval from others, and this independence becomes magnetic. True strength is vulnerability. Finally, let's dispel a pervasive myth. Strength means being stoic in the conventional sense. Cold, distant, and emotionless. In reality, true strength lies in vulnerability. It takes courage to be authentic, to share your fears, dreams, and emotions even when it's uncomfortable. Seneca once said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." Vulnerability is the foundation of genuine connection. It's not about oversharing or burdening others with your emotions. It's about being honest and open about who you are. Imagine a man who admits he doesn't have all the answers, but is willing to learn and grow. This kind of humility and authenticity is far more appealing than the facade of perfection. Women value authenticity because it reflects courage and self-awareness. Start small, share a personal insight, a lesson learned, or a genuine feeling with someone you trust. You'll find that vulnerability doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, and that humanity is what truly draws people in. To summarize, becoming irresistible isn't about employing tricks or tactics. It's about mastering yourself. Emotional control makes you steady. Self-sufficiency makes you confident. Detachment makes you free. Purpose gives you direction. And vulnerability makes you real. These principles, drawn from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, provide a roadmap to not only improve your relationships, but also enrich your entire life. Remember, the journey won't be easy. It requires discipline, introspection, and a commitment to growth. But the rewards, both in your personal life and your relationships, are well worth the effort. If you found value in this exploration of Stoic principles, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which principle resonated with you the most? Thanks for watching, and always remember, the only person you need to master is yourself.